What if one of the simplest things you can do to improve your life is becoming rare? Not a special skill. Not a new technology. Just basic politeness. Think about the last time a stranger smiled at you, held a door open, or said a genuine thank you. Did it stand out? For many people, it does. And that raises an interesting question. Why are simple acts of politeness starting to feel unusual instead of normal? The answer matters more than you might think. Politeness is not only about good manners. It affects your daily experience. It changes how people respond to you. It influences your relationships, your work life, and even your mood. When politeness disappears, small moments become more stressful. Conversations become more tense. People become more suspicious of each other. Many of us feel this change. You see it in crowded trains, online discussions, customer service calls, and sometimes even among friends. People seem more impatient. They interrupt more often. They react faster and listen less. It can feel as if everyone is rushing somewhere and nobody has time for basic kindness anymore. So why is this happening? Let's explore 3 reasons. The first reason is speed. Modern life moves fast. Very fast. Most people are always connected. Messages arrive every minute. Emails never stop. News updates appear all day long. Because of this, many people live in a constant state of hurry. When you're rushing, politeness often becomes a low priority. Imagine you're late for work. Your phone is ringing. You still haven't answered 3 messages. At that moment, you're less likely to notice the person standing next to you. You're focused on your own problems. A simple example is walking through a busy city. Years ago, people might have made eye contact or exchanged a quick greeting. Today, many are looking at their phones. They are physically present but mentally somewhere else. This doesn't mean people have become bad. It means they are distracted. And distraction can make us appear cold, even when we don't intend to be. The second reason is the influence of online communication. The internet has given us amazing opportunities. We can connect with people around the world instantly. But online communication is different from face-to-face conversation. When you talk to someone in person, you see their expression. You hear their tone of voice. You notice if they feel happy, nervous, or hurt. These signals help us behave politely. Online, many of those signals disappear. Think about a disagreement on social media. Someone writes a comment. Another person responds. Within minutes, the discussion becomes angry. Things are said that would probably never be said in a real conversation. Why? Because it's easier to forget there is a real human being on the other side of the screen. A teacher once shared a story about her students. In class, they were respectful and friendly. But when discussing topics online, some became surprisingly rude. When she asked why, they often said they hadn't realized how their words sounded. The screen created distance. And distance can reduce empathy. The third reason is that politeness is often misunderstood. Some people think politeness is fake. They believe being direct means being honest, while being polite means hiding what you really think. But those 2 things are not opposites. You can be honest and polite at the same time. Imagine a colleague presents an idea that you don't agree with. You could say, "That's a terrible idea." Or you could say, "I see your point, but I think there might be a better approach." The message is similar. The impact is completely different. Real politeness is not about pretending. It's about showing respect while expressing yourself. It's understanding that other people have feelings, challenges, and worries that you may not know about. There's a small story that illustrates this well. A man was standing in line at a coffee shop. The person in front of him seemed impatient and unfriendly. She spoke sharply to the employee and looked upset. The man felt annoyed. Then he overheard a phone conversation. The woman had just learned that a family member was seriously ill. Suddenly, everything looked different. Her behavior wasn't ideal, but there was a reason behind it. The man later said that moment reminded him how little we know about what others are carrying inside. Politeness often begins with that realization. So what can you do about all of this? You probably can't slow down the entire world. You can't control social media. And you can't change everyone's behavior. But you can influence the environment around you. Here's one simple challenge. For the next week, choose one small act of politeness and practice it every day. Maybe it's saying thank you more often. Maybe it's putting your phone away when someone is speaking. Maybe it's letting another person finish their sentence before responding. Don't choose something complicated. Choose something small enough that you can actually do it. What makes this powerful is consistency. Small actions repeated every day shape the atmosphere around you. They also shape your own habits. You may notice something interesting. Politeness often spreads. When you treat people with respect, many respond the same way. Not everyone, of course. But enough people do that the difference becomes noticeable. And here's the surprising part. Politeness is not only a gift to others. It's also a gift to yourself. It reduces conflict. It creates better conversations. It makes daily life a little lighter. In a world that often feels rushed, loud, and impatient, choosing politeness is a quiet form of strength. It doesn't require money, special talent, or perfect circumstances. It only requires attention. The next time you have the chance to be a little kinder, a little more patient, or a little more respectful, take it. Those moments may seem small, but they help create the kind of world most people say they want to live in. And every change like that begins with one person deciding to act differently today.